This conference will now be recorded.
So yesterday we were solving the Volvo model. So in which we have solved till the balance sheet. So I'll show you the formulas. I wanted you people to check whether everything is done properly. We'll continue with the balance sheet. Once after finishing this, then we will have the revision. So we'll just discuss about the question paper for tomorrow's exam. Have a look.
Ma'am, can you explain the ACC depreciation?
One second, one second. Hello. ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ 7:30 ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Which one, ma? Accumulated depreciation.
Yes, ma'am.
So here accumulated depreciation means, so we are taking the depreciation value. Okay, depreciation means what, on what we are taking the depreciation. So we are taking it on the bus. Okay, so the useful life of the bus is 4 years, they are telling. So initially the first year there is no depreciation, so there is no decrease in the value of assets. So next year what will happen is, so last year's depreciation value, whatever it is there, along with this year's value, whatever the depreciation value is there, that one it is going to get added. So that will be called as accumulated depreciation. Accumulated means what? Which is getting added on. So again here, whatever the value I have, when it comes to the next year, so this value, whatever I have, this will be again added up with the current year depreciation value, and I'll be getting it here. So by the end of the fourth year, the entire bus value will become zero. So if you see without the formula, see first year, there is no depreciation. Okay, so if you see here, See, first year there is no depreciation, so the value remains 0. So here when I come, so the last year value, so the first year there was no depreciation value only. So at the beginning, the first year, 1 year I have used the bus. So that means on that certain percentage of depreciation has happened. So previous year, whatever the depreciation value was there, I'll be adding it to the current year. So here I got it. Now coming to the next year. So previous year it was 18,75,000 and this year's 18,75,000. Overall it will become 37,500. So like that when I add, by the end of the fourth year, the cost of the bus was 75 lakh rupees. By the end of the fourth year, the bus value will become 0. That means nobody will buy it. So it is completely done.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So let's continue with the cash flow statement. Any other doubts in the debt schedule or in the income statement? Anything? Any doubts? If there is any doubts, you people can get it clarified, or else I'll continue with the cash flow statement. Any doubts? Type in 1 if there is no doubts. Income statement, debt schedule, and balance sheet. Okay, fine. So let's continue with the cash flow statement.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, the assumption part are like we can only put any values or it is in the question.
Which one? Which assumptions?
Can ma'am the
Sorry?
cost of bus like the amounts,
No,
ma'am.
no, it is
Can we
already
change?
given. It is already given. The value of the buses, the cost of the bus is 75 lakh rupees, and these are the things. That is why we have put the line items over here. No, see, we have put whatever it is. So based on this information, we are going to evaluate.
Okay,
So
ma'am. Thank
randomly, we are
you.
not going to take any values. Clear? So cash flow statement. So profit after tax. So profit after tax will be this value. Okay, so I bring this value. Then depreciation. So depreciation, we have already calculated the depreciation value. Depreciation. So that also I'll bring down to this cash flow statement. So cash flow from operation, it will be sum of this both. So first year the cash flow statement. So before I start up with the business, nothing was there. Okay. So then capital expenses. So capital expenses will be, so PPE gross. So minus the current year value. So initially when I started, so there was nothing. Year 0, the value of the bus is 75 lakhs. So that is the PPE gross. So capital expenses. Okay. So here it is showing in minus. Why? Because I am investing 75 lakh in order to buy the bus. Okay. Then cash flow from investing. So I'm going to take this value. Then debt repayment. So how much we have repaid the debt amount? Debt. So this much I have repaid it. Debt repayment. So equity minus previous year value. Equity addition. Cash flow from financing. So it will be sum of D66 and D67. So financing. So this is the values. So I'll show you the formulas. You people can try. Cash flow statement. So net change in cash, we will do it. So by then we just do these things. Any doubts? Please ask. Any doubts? Please ask.
Ma'am, can you show CapEx?
Capital expenses. So capital expenses, we are going to take the previous year PPE gross. That is the asset what I am buying, the investment what I am doing it in the bus. Okay. So the year zero there is nothing. So I have to do it like previous year minus the current year. Okay. So previous year minus current year I am going to get this values. So that will be my capital expenses. So if we look at the values, so previous year value minus the current year value, I have to subtract it. So at the end of the fourth year, so the capital expenses will become 0. That means the value of the bus becomes 0. That's why we have shown it like this. Then check the values. So next is net change in cash. Net change in cash will be equals cash flow from financing plus cash flow from investing plus cash flow from operations. So cash flow from financing, cash flow from investing, cash flow from operations. So cash beginning of the period. So it will be 0. Beginning of the period and end period, both it will be 0. So here the next year the value will be, so previous year end of the period value cash whatever it is there, it will become the beginning of the period. So here end of the period will be beginning of the period plus net change in cash. So beginning of the period will be net change in cash, whatever the cash I have plus the previous year end of the period, whatever the cash it is there. So that will be coming here. So I'll just drag it, and here also I'll come and drag the value. So I got it. So now this cash I have calculated. Now here I have to put the cash reserves. So whatever we had done, no. So here I have to take the values. So end of the period. So here, so end of the period, whatever the cash value is there, I'm going to get it here. Where in the balance sheet cash I had no. So here I have to bring it. See here, now the amount should get tallied. Once I bring this value over here, automatically both the side total assets equal to total liabilities. Then here in the other income, so what they had told, so interest income on surplus cash, find out the percentage of opening cash balance. So opening cash balance, I have to get it over here. So opening cash balance, what they are telling, other income. So other income they are telling is 5%. So here you can see, so interest on the income 5%. So this one I'll be taking 5% into beginning of the period, cash at the beginning of the period. So I'll come here and so now see both the sides in the balance sheet, your value should get tallied. So on this liability side, balance sheet, sorry. First you evaluate the cash flow statement and then you can take the values back. Any doubts, please ask.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain the other income once again?
Other income.
It's in the income
Yeah, yeah,
statement.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I got it. I got it. In the beginning, right? So other income here they are telling that interest on the income of surplus cash. So surplus cash, whatever we are getting, we are going to reinvest it. So on that investment, we are going to gain some interest rate, right? So find out the percentage of opening cash balance. So opening cash balance, I have to take it over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the value of opening cash balance. Okay, beginning of the period, how much amount I was having. So on that 5% I'm going to take it. So here in the question they have said, so interest on the debt, sorry, not on this, here, interest income, so that is 5% we are going to get on the other. So whatever the cash, surplus cash I have, on that I'm getting the 5% amount, so that will be my other income. And here in the balance sheet, cash end of the period, whatever the amount I have, so end of the period I'm going to bring it to the cash in the balance sheet.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So let's continue with the next one. So that is free cash flow. So any doubts still here? So check for the values. Coming to the free cash flow. So net income, so profit after tax. So I have to bring the values over here. Then the depreciation, capital expenses, debt and repayment, cash flow from equity, so this will be sum of risk values. So solve this free cash flow. So here it will be equals cash flow from operations plus cash flow from investing plus cash flow from financing. So it will be debt repayment. Then IRR would be so 27.99. So it might come from 25 to 28, any values. So once after this, we will discuss about the question paper. Okay. So I'll just revise the previous old question paper, whatever I have, so that you will get some idea. Then I'll be sharing the feedback form in the group. I wanted you people to give the feedback. Okay, I hope everybody's done. So the answer should not come in negative. Guys, done? Shall we discuss the question paper? Type in 1 if it is completed. Okay, so I will stop the recording now.